The MOVA Z60. Wow, that's a lot of dirt in there. Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the 3-month real-world test and how to do all the maintenance on the MOVA Z60 roller. This is a robot vacuum cleaner that has a mop roller. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do all the maintenance. I've used it for over 3 months. I did keep it at the studio. It's got like one major, not really, it's got a little flaw that I just didn't think it would do very well at my house, which I'll show you. But at the end of this video, I'll be giving it my final score. Now the final score is kind of a simplified version. Hassle-free factor, hair test, corner sweep, cleaning, clutter. Overall, it's either going to be a buy it now, wait for a deal, or skip it, or gold standard. It's definitely not going to be the gold standard. I don't give these ratings out until after I've used it for over 3 months. Now, right now I've got the Roborock Curve 2 Flow. It's doing absolutely amazing, but I've got to take it to my house, use it for 3 months, and then bring it back to the studio and do all the maintenance and then give it the final score. I do purchase all these robot vacuum cleaners with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. But I do use affiliate links. So if you purchase any of the products that I'm showing you in this video or on my website, I have the same products under how to maintain your robot. The products don't cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. I am an affiliate with Amazon. So again, in this video, we're going to talk about how it's been doing. You're going to see the results. We got to do all the cleaning, filters. There's actually some areas where it's actually failing. For some reason, the clean water tank it leaks whenever it's sucking water up. I always notice water here. I thought it was just me being messy, but I've observed it enough now to where it's not me being messy. It's actually leaking. Now, there is a hole. It drains right down into the base down here. But first thing we always do is look at the cleaning history. 65 cycles, 32,000 feet squared, cleaned 4,388 minutes. And as you can see, it's had some problems at the studio. The navigation is actually getting better. Here's some global cleanings. Now it doesn't have dirt detection, so you don't get a dirt map, but you get these areas uncleaned. And this is kind of a problem with this robot. One time this door was closed and it didn't go in that room. And then I opened the door up and I've cleaned it about 6 or 7 times. I've done the whole home and it never goes in that room again. So, I mean, a remapping probably would take care of that, but I've noticed this area is uncleaned. It's kind of exaggerated. Like there's more than normal. Like see that room again, and it has a problem with this room for some reason. So not really sure what's going on, but this one's interesting. A second cleaning. It must have observed. Again, no dirt detection sensor. I think I might have told it to go clean or something. I'm not sure. But navigation's fine. It's not really getting stuck on stuff. It's just sometimes it does not clean rooms, and I'm not sure why. Now, all the parts and tools that I'm going to be using today, I've got a little blower and some cleaning supplies. They're on my website, justadadapproved.com. There's a little section for cleaning your robot. We're going to start at the base station. Then we're going to work our way over to the robot. So I'm going to turn the robot off. Now there was something I observed when I originally got this robot. There was 2 things. It doesn't do a good job of cleaning the mop roller. And now that's not because this is dirty. It's just when I first got the robot, how it cleaned the roller, it uses this. It doesn't necessarily use the onboard system, which the water comes down here, and it just didn't do the best job. And this kind of gets pretty dirty, as you see. The second thing is it's auto empty. So when it vacuums up a bunch of dirt and debris, it goes into the dustbin. It does a good job of vacuuming. It just can't auto empty. This is another vacuum that kicks on and sucks everything into that dust bag, but it has to go through this curve. This chamber is curved. Yeah, it goes up, down, and I've had several blockages where it can't auto empty the dustbin, especially if you have pets. So maybe if you didn't have pets and didn't have a lot of debris that it's vacuuming up, this might be an okay robot, but that was kind of a major concern. I knew it wouldn't handle my house. So here's the dust bag. Now, another thing is, this thing's hardly using any solution. Now, I don't have the pet feature on, so it's not going to use the pet solution. But this one, I filled that up, and it's hardly used any. So I add my solution to the clean water tank every time I fill the clean water up. I use a little bit of Shark Vac Mop solution. So And I've got that on in the app. They just don't give us much information or control about how much solution it uses. So simply you're going to pull this dust bag out. Now it's not been leaking. It does a good job of sealing. It's got quite a bit of stuff in it. We're going to cut it open. Now there's not much else. Okay, so we don't have to do much cleaning down here. This all looks pretty good. So I do like that they came up with a tray that you just take over to the sink, which is what we're going to do. All right, let's take the dust bag. You're simply going to slide it in. Put the bag, make sure it's not caught. Make sure this area is flush and that area is flush and this is down. Otherwise, this will not go on. Yeah, make sure that's nice and flush. Now, I didn't take this to my house, but I did use it for over 3 months. And I actually kept a pretty good close eye on it here at the studio. Here's all the testing it's been doing. Sometimes I'd have it clean up after I was testing other robots. But, you know, look at all that dirt. Look at all that debris. So, boy, it has potential. The long hair, again, I did have some problems with long hair. It can vacuum it. The auto empty feature is kind of flawed. All right, let's take a look at the dustbin. Now, this filter here, you should clean every couple weeks. I've let it go a little bit, but it is reusable. So pinch this tab, lift this up, pull this out. This is going to be extremely dirty. All right, we can wash this and let it dry in the sun or over a register. There's not too much in here. This, probably I could just blow it out. You want to make sure this trap door, that's where the auto empty happens. Everything gets sucked out. You could get some stuff wrapped around there to where that doesn't close. And you will definitely want to check this chamber. So you can't even see the light because it curves so much. So you may want to stick something down there just to make sure that's not blocked. Take a zip tie or something. It'll have to be flexible, but it comes out right there. Okay, we got some sensors to clean. There's a side sensor here, the front sensor. This thing's kind of taken a beating a little bit. There's quite a bit of scuffing on it. The side brush has been doing okay. The leap wheels, this does do a good job on thresholds. Another sensor here. There's more on the bottom, but first let's take the dirty water. Press this button here. This is the dirty water tank. And we do have some stuff here. It does leak a little bit. Even the aqua tin kind of leaks here a little bit. It empties out the bottom. Something presses this little button here and that opens up that trap door. But let's take a look. Quite a bit of little residue in there. We're going to take this to the sink and clean it. There is a filter here. Looks in good shape. Tube, that's a float. All right. So now we can flip the robot over. And there's quite a bit of stuff on the bottom here. Let's take a look at the brush roller first. Press this button here. Mine's in pretty flat. I mean, I'm going to replace it. Here's what a new one looks like. Very fluffy. This one's very flat. Needs replaced. So we do have a fluffer. I want to show you this. There's quite a bit going on here. I want to just get a good angle to show you. So the fluffer, press that little tab up toward you. That's the fluffer. It needs replaced once in a while, but this one looks in pretty good shape. Now, there is quite a bit of, I want to call it probably the mop pad stuff. There is a comb here. So we're going to have to kind of clean that. So again, here's the world famous Just a Dad cleaning brush. And it's doing a good job. You can get this from Walmart for $5. Quite a bit of stuff down there. Then this is a little blower. This is also on my website, justadadapproved.com. Turn it on. Now we have had some water. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if it's getting dirty from the bottom or if it's leaking through here, but there's definitely some dirty water staining going on. There's where it's supposed to leak out from the dirty water tank. But Scraper, you can't take the scraper out. It's not in too bad a shape. It's got some fuzz on it that's a little harder to get off. I need a little bit more aggressive of a brush. Now this cover does come off, but I don't know that I recommend taking it off. There's a lock here, so you're going to press that forward, and then this slides out. It seems real intricate. It doesn't seem like it's made to come out. That's why I'm hesitant. But okay, it did come out. It's in good shape. You know, so it can come out. It all has to do with that little tab. So push that tab forward. And now I actually don't even have to wash this. This big corner goes in over here. You kind of have to roll it in, push it all the way flush, then push that back. All right, there's a lot going on here. Let's press these, rotate this up. We'll clean this. We'll clean these. You can see it's been vacuumed up quite a bit of liquid. These come apart. I just noticed something. These are both brown. Normally they're, yeah. The new one that comes is brown, but on Dreamy, this one's all black with the brush in it. I just noticed that. These are full of dirt, so we can wash these. Oh man. Oh, that one did not want to come off. This I don't wash because there's probably a bearing there. We're gonna wipe this down with water. Side brush is in really bad shape. That's a #1 Phillips. Keep the old one in case you lose the screw on the new one. Now there's been some problems. I've even had this problem where when you put a new one on, it falls off after a couple weeks. So here's the new one. It's geared. I don't see any hair. You can't move that arm out, so don't try. It should just rotate down in there. Hold this, and you're going to screw this in until you almost break it. I know it's not a good design. Okay, now you really got to hold everything. And you want that tight. Okay. We have more sensors. These are the Cliff sensors. You should be cleaning these every 30 hours. I typically clean mine about once every, when I do all the maintenance. There's the carpet sensor. Don't stick anything down there. If anything, just blow a little bit of light air, very light air down there to clean it. The wheels spinning free. These wheels look in good shape. And we'll just wipe this off with a rag when we come back. The MOVA Z60, wow, that's a lot of dirt in there. Okay, first things first, let's clean the dirty water tank. These things get really stinky. I'm gonna show you a cleaning hack when I'm done, but again, this is what I use, scrubbing bubbles. It kills the germs. And again, this brush from Walmart. You can find all this on my website, justadadapproved.com, $5. We want to clean the lid and check this seal. Make sure the seal is in good shape. So get this all nice and clean. Now you don't have to do this every time. Now I don't wash mine that extensively every time. I mean, you can, but I just rinse mine when I empty it. Then I add an Effervescent tablet. These are denture cleaning tablets that kill the odor. So every time you empty it, put one of those in there. As the dirty water goes up, it kills the odor. Here's the Shark Vac Mop solution again I use. I put in my clean water tank. Okay, so my favorite job is you don't need any chemical on this. We're just gonna clean it. I do recommend getting a new, good, extra one because these take a day to dry. Okay, now we're gonna clean the dirty water tank. Again, this scrubbing bubbles works good. Sometimes I use the Dawn dish soap. I'll get everything kind of soaking. Be careful with that. All right, this brush just works great for this dirty water tank also. Make sure you clean the outside. We're gonna clean it really, really good. Now these get extremely dirty. There's a lot of dirt that comes off of these. So take your time getting these. These need to dry too. I'll show you a trick, a cleaning hack to dry them quicker. but they should be dry before you use the robot. Now, you can freshen this up. You can't put this in the laundry, but you could maybe freshen it up, do a deep cleaning with this stuff. That might get you a little extra life. These are kind of expensive. I will put links. There's a lot of dirt coming out of it. So you probably could freshen it up a little bit. Don't forget, this thing was extremely dirty. This was the tray. You'll probably want to clean this tray a little more often because it does get pretty dirty. The door. Don't forget about the fluffer. It doesn't get really dirty. We'll check it for hair wrap. And then the dustbin. It wasn't too bad. All right. Okay, so if you're in a hurry like me, I use this blower a lot. You can dry these off and blow them off. And this will really speed the process up. Same with the dustbin. You really want this to be dry. The best thing is let it sit outside. Okay, get a wet cloth. Again, there was quite a bit of leaking going on here. I'm not sure. Oh, and right underneath here, that's right. Underneath the dirty water tank, there was quite a bit of water staining. We can clean this area some better. Make sure to clean that scraper. It's a little hard to get to. Now this, you want to be very careful of this membrane. That's a very thin piece, and I can't stress this enough. That ruins the robot. You need to clean this, but the membrane, it needs cleaned. Just don't use anything sharp. Again, that will ruin the robot. And then I like to just give it one more blast of air. Okay, let's put the fluffer in first. It's got a square in. I don't see any hair wraps. So put the square in over here. That just snaps into place. So that just lifts up and snaps in. Let's take it. I got a new roller. May have to rotate it a little bit. Line this up. Snaps into place. All right, the brush rollers. Now there's one that's all yellow. That's going to be this one. This could get confusing because this one is yellow, but it's got this black brush on it. So that could be a little confusing. That's going to go on the gray rod. Make sure you snap those on. Find the arrows. There's the arrows. Nope. Arrow. Go over here, line them up, rotate these a little bit, rotate it down. Now where the arrow that should be flush. Take your door, put your 3 feet in at the front, kind of wiggle it, rotate it down, click it into place, lift up. Verify this one is latched. This one sometimes doesn't latch. Yeah, dirty water area. This is dirty. Again, Gen 1. This is definitely not going to be this is going to be a skip it for me, but they are coming out with a Gen 2 this year. Dirty water tank cleaned up. It's clear. It cleaned up really nice. I cleaned that a little bit too, so everything's in good shape. Clicks into place. Get your new filter. Has a notch and the handle goes up. So put it down like, yeah, like that. You should be able to close the lid nice and flush. Put this in nice and flush. Never had any problems with the lid. I'm glad they're kind of figuring out how to keep the lids on. That used to be a problem early on. Maybe wipe this down a little bit. It's very attractive. It's just got a couple of things. Again, Gen 1. Oh yeah, take this. There's quite a bit of splatter up on the sides. Okay, turn the robot back on, or if you dock it, it's going to turn it on. Let's reset the, it's called accessory usage. So filter, I did replace it, but I had some more time left on it, so I will reset it. Side brush, I did replace it. Said it had over half. It was pretty worn in my opinion. Main brush has a lot of time left on it. I do agree with that, but I don't want to reset the timer. Sensors, yep, I cleaned those. The fluffer, they want you to replace it after cleaning. Okay, they just want you to clean it. It's pretty solid. I don't think it needs replaced very often. Mop, replace as needed. The used water tank, there's a reminder when you're supposed to clean it. And there is a scale inhibitor inside the, I don't think I saw that. Yeah, there is. The clean water tank, that is to prevent hard water deposits in here. There is a filter at the bottom of this too, if you just undo that tab. So that every 3 years, you're supposed to replace that. And that's it, okay. You can see this was the studio. I don't have a bunch of no-go zones. It was randomly putting, so there was sometimes I'd see a bunch of, like it'll automatically add a threshold. So I saw a bunch of those one time. But there is something about when it first went into this room, this is the kitchen, I had a bunch of stuff and it couldn't clean the entire kitchen, but my kitchen's cleaned out now and it's still not going in to the kitchen as good as I would like. See? Oh, wait a minute, there it did, okay. I guess I must not have the camera turned on, but okay, this last cleaning, global cleaning, it got everywhere, okay. Sometimes the studio can be a little hard to clean, but the last global cleaning did a good job, looks like. Dust collected 8 times, 176 minutes. That's all the information you get. Okay, final score, MOVA Z60. Hassle free. I had to mess with it, not a whole bunch. I mean, the app is really good, so 4 out of 5. Hair pet test, while it can vacuum hair, it can't auto empty it. Corner sweep, yeah, it does a good job. It does have a mop roller, and the mop roller does get up against the wall. Vacuuming and mopping, the vacuuming part, it just can't, when it can't auto empty the dustbin, then it really has a struggle. Clutter test, it did have a few navigation issues, so 4 out of 5. So overall score, 3.5. This is going to be a skip it for me. Major things are clean water tank leaks. The big one is the auto empties bad. That's kind of it's a design flaw. It's not necessarily like I have a bad unit. The way it cleans the mop roller, this is not the best way to clean this mop roller. I do remember in my early testing when I was comparing it to the Aqua 10, the Aqua 10 uses a different strategy of cleaning it. And this way is, while I like this tray, it doesn't actually clean the mop roller the best. And I did have some navigation issues, and there's no dirt detection. I mean, this should be a premium robot. When it's a mop roller, it has all these features, has the lift and the LiDAR and all of this camera, but no dirt detection in the base station, which I think it should have. That's just an extra thing that's going to help this robot clean your house better. I did have some navigation issues. Now, I just finished up the Matrix 10. It got to wait for a deal. My MOVA P10 Pro is still a buy it now, but I do have the P10 Pro Gen 2 at my house. There's the Curve 2 getting ready to go to my house. I'm getting ready to do the MOVA Mobius 60, and the Aqua 10. It's in a timeout. It got into some trouble, and it's a skip it for me. I just finished up the video on it. So again, let me know what you think of this style of video, the 3-month real world test. Again, if you want to find robots that I highly recommend, there was a lot of hype on this robot. Again, Gen 1, I think their 2nd gen this year will probably be better. I'm going to buy it with my own money and give you my honest opinion on it. So again, right now, this is a skip it for me. But if you want to find the robots that I highly recommend, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. I do use commission links. I am an affiliate with Amazon. If you click on the link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission for the sale. It's a way of helping support my channel again. And my website, it's a little rudimentary right now, but I have a team working, a couple people working on it. It's gonna be a whole new website, and there's gonna be just tons of information for you, for robot vacuum cleaners and other items too. But right now I'm hyper-focused on robot vacuum cleaners, how to maintain, best upgrades, when these sales events. Now, that's when you buy these robots. There's sales during the year sometimes, off and on, and if you sign up for my email list, I'll email you when these sales happen. But these major sales events, these prices, we just don't see. Maybe 3 or 4, maybe some of the prices we only saw once or twice. So, and when those sales events go on, I do videos to let people know what products are on sale. But if you want the quick and easy, just go to my website. I'll have it there. It'll have live pricing. It'll show you what the latest price is on these robots, but only ones I recommend. Like this one, when it goes on a major sale, it's not going to show up on that list because it's not a recommend from me. So again, kind of common sense, down to earth, kind of a dad testing procedure to this. Again, the biggest thing is, did I feel like I wanted to throw it out the window when I was done with it? I didn't necessarily have that, but there are a couple design flaws. There are some robots that I actually feel like throwing out the window, and iRobot comes to mind. They have a lot of bad robots. I do hope they do succeed. I hope they kind of turn things around. But again, I will be purchasing all these robot vacuum cleaners with my own money and giving them my 3-month real world test. Again, let me know what you think of this video. I have a new series coming out where I do advertising versus reality. I just did this one. I think it did okay. I kind of forget. I've done about 6 of these now. So I look at the ad that they're claiming that this robot can do, and I try to set it up in my world famous corner cleaning studio over there, and we just see exactly how it does. So the Curve 2 did really good. The Narwhal Flow did okay. Oh, the Narwhal Flow will be coming home. We'll be coming back to the studio. It's failing miserably at my house. It doesn't like carpet. Like, it just really struggles with kind of standard, not super tall carpet, but kind of taller carpet. It's just, no. I feel like I want to throw it out the window. So it's coming back to the studio. I'll give you my 3-month robot test on it. Look for it. So again, thanks everybody. Lots new robots coming this year. The Eufy S2, I've been getting a lot of requests for. It's on back order or recall. I don't know what's going on with it. I ordered it, but it's gotten canceled or something. So I'll get it as soon as it's available. Again, thanks everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, and check out justadadapproved.com.